Ultimate play now is selected. Selected. Away team selection. Boston, Air Force, Oregon, Alabama. Ready. Call Duke, East Carolina, Eastern, Fred, Hughes, in, James, Louis, Marsh, Ohio State Buckeyes selected. Ready. End of uniforms. Appalachians, Alabama, Tennessee, Missouri Tigers selected. Vanderbilt Commodores selected. Gost, California Golden Bears selected. Away. Indiana Hoosiers selected. North Oklahoma, Ohio State Buckeyes selected. End of uniforms submenu. Ready. Skill. Ready. Skill level option. Skill level option is set to skill level option is set to freshman. And ready. Entering game settings screen.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started.
Entering play call screen.
And the Buckeyes will boot it away to start the game. The returner will field it and try to do some business. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone and he's knocked down at the 10. So Alabama's return team didn't help matters out much with that one. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you build one just like this, especially with those reliable minutes, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on third down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that...
Here's trouble. Ball's out in the end zone. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Ball is loose and the defense has it. What a nightmare start for this offense. It'll be a touchdown. And after the scoop and score, this offense will try to pay it off with a 2-point conversion to make it 8-0. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. They're just about to kick it off after that scoop and score 6. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Off play action on first down. Getting some heat. And you just don't expect your junior quarterback to get fooled and to throw it into double coverage like that.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defensive touchdown. The defense comes up with the fumble and takes it to the house.
The old scoop and score. Create the fumble, pick that puppy up, take it to the house. Great job on the defense, not only forcing the turnover, but getting points out of it.
They're out there to kick it off. The return team must rivet that ball to their rib cage. Can't afford another turnover. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes that Alabama offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they're going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Complete to the right. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. On the run, still looking. He's going to run it. Just leaves him grabbing air as he gets down to the 35.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Now he's looking into the middle. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Takes it the other way. The 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having the guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
Fires deep on the run. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. Looking to pass, it's Milroe. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. The Tide with the first and 10.
Set to over G24 plays. You
Use
have
the
7
play fake,
options.
now to
4
throw.
to 5 is selected.
Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Second down, coming up with this red zone opportunity. Off the play fake. Caught over the middle, it's Henderson. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. 3rd and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away from the heat. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama! Getting set for the point after.
Execute ready for plays. You have 7 options.
Right down the boulevard.
Is selected.
So they marched the ball 41 yards on that drive. And they finished it off with a score from the 40. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will have its first possession of the game. And I think we're going to see plenty of big plays, especially when you have a couple of guys who can spin the beam like these dudes, Jesse.
These are 2 guys that could reach every corner of the field. Every throw is...
Ball in the air, intercepted. They got him down quickly after the pick, but he'd already made the biggest play, and they've got it at the 38.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They're bringing heat. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Headed toward the end zone, and they knock it loose. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to Pater. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now,
can anyone catch him? He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Looking downfield, it's Howard. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. And the kicking team's going to call a timeout.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 5 options. Kickoff left is selected. Entering pause screen, you have 30
Almost
options.
Ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
Hail Mary.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. They'll throw it on first down. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete as time has expired here in the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Now the challenge here, they've taken a
play call. In coaching. Pause you have in depth chart is selected. Entering slot 2, slot 1. Entering play
Can't
call.
let it get out of hand as we start the second.
Play time from coach suggestions. There are 8 categories.
Second down
You
now
have
as they're
15
ready to go back
options.
to work.
RPO alert out is selected.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. He wants to throw it again. Got it behind the line. It's Haynes. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
To throw, it's Simpson. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Henderson. And he's running in the open. Touchdown time! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. That makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll immediately call timeout. Little surprised to see them line up for an onside kick here. Down 2 possessions, but a lot of time to play. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
Illegal touch. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. He's going to pass. And his throw is incomplete.
And
I'm seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that
You have 15 options.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Comes out throwing on first down. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Now 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Howard. Makes a connection. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. The quick out. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Looking to throw. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Entering paused screen, you have 10 options. Coaching is selected. ball, special teams. You have 7
About to
options.
kick it away
Fight,
after
forward,
scoring the
return
touchdown.
left is selected.
Alabama, 14.
Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick Alabama. Kicking team.
You know, the field's
Entering
about
man blitz.
53
There are 10
yards
categories.
wide.
You
Got to
have
kick it
32
between those
options.
53
SSLB blitz is
yards,
selected.
or else the drive will start on the 40. Looking deep. Underneath toast the coverage. Got it deep downfield. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Alabama!
This receiver is on
Entering
fire. He's got all the
coach
skills that you look for in a big-time
There are
target.
5
That's already his
categories.
second
You have
touchdown in the
5
game.
options. Load block left is selected.
And he knocked that one right down the middle.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The
Entering
officials
play
offer
call,
the deal, and the
special
coach
teams.
accepts
You
it.
have
They
5
will take the
options.
penalty.
Kickoff left
We've
is
got a
selected.
timeout from the kicking
Entering
team.
play onside kick.
Still just a 2-possession game. A lot of time to go as they try for the onside kick here. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the
Entering
onside
play,
kicks,
coach
and they do.
There are 6 categories.
You don't see a lot of onside kicks early in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that
Entering
onside
play
kick.
call, receive.
This
There
slot
are 6
receiver gives
categories.
defensive
You have 9
coordinators
options.
nightmares. You
It is
have
no
got
blitz
to
free
double him
selected.
virtually on every pass play. You better have safe.
Entering paused screen. You have 10 options. Coaching is selected.
Otherwise, this guy's a
Entering
threat to
play,
score every
coach
time they throw the ball.
suggestions. There are 6
This guy makes it look easy, just like a lot of recent Ohio State quarterbacks have.
Entering paused screen. You have 11 options. Coaching is selected.
Set your watch by these guys. I mean, whether it's C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, I mean, we can keep going back year after year. They always got a really good signal caller that you can really depend on to make big plays.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Entering play call. Recent. There are 6 categories.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They're going to throw it again. Rolls it in. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. He wants it all. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Back to throw, it's Howard. Feeling some heat. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Alabama, 21.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Henderson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he's stopped at the 14. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Boy, they've been caught in a butt. He's off to the races. At the 30. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. Made it harder on themselves.
Entering paused screen. You have 11 options. Coaching is selected.
In angle.
Now 2nd and goal from the 9. He's looking to throw. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Entering
Just got enough of the football there by the defender breaking on the football, getting his hand on it. He couldn't bat it down, but he got a fingertip on it, tipped that thing away from the receiver, made the big play, saving the touchdown.
It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You can see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
He's looking to pass. Makes the catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Already up to add another. And it's up and good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. A lot of time left to line up for an onside kick. I mean, you're risking giving up really good field position. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You've got to make them pay for gambling.
The incomplete pass leaves them with 2nd down. To the air, it's Howard. Soft spot in the middle. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Fires to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch.
Inside goes to selected.
They're backed up, and they'll just throw it again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Entering play call.
That defender is lucky on that play. He was beat on that deep route. He's lucky the QB overthrew that one.
From his end zone, needs to be careful here. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends.
And he breaks into the open. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike. We've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
The incompletion on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 10 from the 43. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. Gonna let it fly. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown. And that's pretty much what just happened there.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to move it through the air. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Snapped it in the shotgun. Catch in the middle, it's Scott. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. At midfield, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here.
You have 5 options. Kickoff, onside kick.
I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Double post.
They're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession. But give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Line gets set, first down.
Outside third.
He wants to throw. He fires a bullet to the right. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown time. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
So much for playing field position. It's just a one-score game here in the third, and they're lining up for an onside kick.
Enter option.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better because he's not in the flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that, checked it down, or thrown it away. This quarterback needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Going deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs.
They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Alabama! A great return.
Suggest entering paused screen. You have 13 options. Coaching. Entering.
Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
You have 24 options.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. They got it. Able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. Here comes that Alabama offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, Damon.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive.
Looking for a huge play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 40. Gonna take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. New set of downs after that completion. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Looking to throw it again. Unleashes one deep. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Entering play call.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play.
And when I'm a receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll start this drive with a pass. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which color jerseys they're wearing? Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bernard. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
Back to pass, it's Simpson. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's not afraid to go deep. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Scott. At the 45 on his way. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. With more drives like this is what's needed.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating.
There he goes down the right side. The 40, at the 30, the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bama! If this dude were...
Entering pause screen, you have 13 options. Coaching is selected.